kembali bersama kita Komunitas Chan Indonesia dalam berlatih meditasi bersama. Seperti biasanya kita akan memulai sesi kita dengan melakukan gerak berkesadaran yang tujuannya adalah untuk menyelaraskan tubuh dan pikiran. Setelah itu baru kita akan sama-sama bermeditasi bersama dan kemudian akan ditutupi dengan body massage berkesadaran. Dan kemudian setelah itu baru kita akan sama-sama mengundang guru kita, Shifu, dari Dharma Mountain Retreat Center USA untuk memberikan kita Dharma teaching yang pembahasannya yaitu pembahasan tentang platform Sutra. Langsung saja kita memulai latihan kita dengan 8 form moving meditation. Dengan saya berikan waktu dan tempatnya untuk Brother Johan.
Oke, terima kasih Sis Dewi. Ya, kawan-kawan, mari kita mulai ya latihan kita minggu ini. Kita akan melakukan gerak berkesadaran, 8 gerak kesadaran. Ya, kita akan mulai bangkit. Semoga bisa kelihatan ya. Pertama-tama kita akan membuka latihan ini dengan postur anjali. Dan perlahan-lahan ketika kita siap, kita dapat melepaskan posisi anjali kita dan meletakkan kedua tangan berada di samping tubuh. Pertama-tama kita akan melakukan gerakan kepala untuk itu miring ke kiri pelan-pelan. Rasakan area ketegangan di leher bagian kanan dan kemudian otot yang mengendur di bagian leher bagian kiri. Kemudian perlahan-lahan kita gerakkan leher kita, dimiringkan ke sebelah bagian kanan. Perhatikan perlahan-lahan, rasakan perlahan-lahan perubahan dari ketegangan menjadi kendur di leher bagian sebelah kanan, dan kemudian dari kendur menjadi tegang di leher bagian sebelah kiri. Dan kemudian perlahan-lahan kita kembali lagi menggerakkan kepala kita untuk miring ke sebelah kiri. Perlahan-lahan kita rasakan adanya pergerakan dan perpindahan antara ketegangan dan kendur. Dan kemudian kita akan mengulanginya ke arah yang sebaliknya. Perlahan-lahan rasakan perubahannya. Rasakan kepala kita sedikit menjadi lebih rileks. Kita akan mengulanginya sekali lagi. Pelan-pelan kita geser kepala kita dan miring ke sebelah bagian kiri. Rasakan leher bagian kanan, ototnya menegang, dan otot bagian leher kiri mundur. Dan kemudian kita akan kembalikan posisi kepala kita ke tengah. Rasakan sensasi diam, sensasi rileks. Dan kemudian ketika kita sudah siap, kita akan melanjutkan dengan memulai menoleh ke bagian sebelah kiri. Kepala kita gerakkan ke memulai sebelah kiri. Pelan, perlahan. Rasakan perubahan tegang dan hendurnya. Kemudian kita akan menoleh ke sebelah kanan, perlahan-lahan bergerak dari sebelah kiri menuju ke tengah. Rasakan pergerakannya, dan kemudian perlahan-lahan kepala kita menoleh ke bagian sebelah kanan. Dan perlahan-lahan kita akan kembali memposisikan kepala kita menoleh ke sebelah kiri lagi. Rasakan ketegangan otot di leher sebelah kanan. Dan perlahan-lahan kita gerakkan kembali kepala kita untuk menoleh ke sebelah kanan. Pelan-pelan rasakan perubahan gerakannya. Kita rasakan adanya ketegangan otot di sebelah leher kanan. Dan kemudian kita akan kembali menuju ke posisi sebelah depan. Dan izinkan kita merasakan posisi ini untuk sementara waktu. Dan ketika kita sudah siap, kita bisa melanjutkan langkah berikutnya, yaitu adalah menundukkan kepala kita perlahan-lahan. Rasakan perubahan dari posisi menghadap depan menjadi posisi menghadap bawah. Kemudian kita perlahan-lahan dari posisi kepala yang menunduk bawah, kita angkat dan kita mengalihkan posisi dari tunduk menjadi menunggak ke atas, pelan-pelan melihat ke atas. Rasakan perubahan yang terjadi di area sekitar leher, kepala. kemudian kita akan mulai lagi memindahkan posisi kepala kita, menunduk lagi perlahan-lahan. Rasakan otot leher yang sekarang ini mungkin menjadi lebih rileks. Dan sekali lagi kita akan memindahkan posisi kepala dari menunduk menuju ke atas. Kemudian kita akan kembali ke posisi yang semula, menghadap ke depan. Dan kemudian kita akan membuat posisi anjali lagi. Biarkan sejenak mengendap. Kemudian ketika kita sudah siap, kita perlahan-lahan kita dapat menempatkan telapak tangan kita ke belakang dari pinggul kita. Dan perlahan-lahan kita akan mulai memutar pinggul kita ke arah kanan, ke arah jarum jam. Perlahan-lahan rasakan pergerakan, perpindahan posisi, adanya ketegangan otot, ada bagian yang mengendur. Perlahan-lahan kita perhatikan belakang, menyamping, depan, ke tengah, ke kanan, ke belakang. Rasakan adanya pergerakan di pinggul kita. Dan kemudian kita akan mulai membalik arah ke arah berlawanan dengan jarum jam. Perlahan-lahan rasakan adanya pergerakan, perpindahan otot dari yang tegang, ada yang mengendur, dari yang mengendur, ada yang tegang. Depan, menyamping, kiri, belakang. Pelan-pelan kita sadari Sekali lagi, dan kita kembali ke posisi yang semula, dan kemudian kita akan melakukan posisi anjali lagi. Biarkan sejenak mengendap, rasakan tubuh yang mengendur, rileks. Dan ketika kita sudah siap, kita dapat mulai membuka tangan kita. Terus kemudian kita akan membawa tangan kita menuju ke atas, perlahan-lahan ke atas. Kita bawa tangan kita ke atas, perlahan-lahan. Rasakan adanya otot-otot yang menegang. Kemudian perlahan-lahan kita bawa kembali posisi tangan kita menuju ke tengah. Terus kemudian perlahan-lahan menuju ke bawah. Rasakan adanya perubahan sensasi tubuh, adanya otot yang menegang, adanya otot yang memanjang. Kemudian perlahan-lahan kita kembali membawa tangan kita ke posisi tengah. Dan kemudian perlahan-lahan kita akan membawanya lagi ke atas. Rasakan adanya sensasi tarikan otot yang memanjang. Dan kemudian kita akan membawa kembali posisi tangan kita menuju ke tengah. Dan terus ke bawah, perlahan kita rasakan balik ke atas. Dan kita akan melakukan posisi anjali kembali. Biarkan kita merasakan sensasi tubuh yang ada saat ini. Baiklah teman-teman, karena waktu kita terbatas, kita akan melanjutkan sesi yang berikutnya. Kita akan melakukan sesi premeditasi, latihan premeditasi. Kita akan duduk dengan punggung yang tegak, pundak yang rileks. Dan kemudian ketika kita sudah siap, kita bisa membuat posisi anjali. Dan kemudian untuk perlahan-lahan kita akan membawa perhatian kita kepada ujung jari jemari kita. Biarkan sejenak perhatian kita di sana. Ketika kita sudah siap, kita bisa menurunkan tangan kita untuk menyentuh lutut. Kita akan menggerakkan kepala kita ya, gerakan memutar searah jarum jam 3 kali. Perlahan-lahan, dan kemudian kita akan memutar kepala kita ke arah yang sebaliknya 3 kali. Dan kemudian kita akan melanjutkan sesi berikutnya, yaitu adalah breathing exercise. Kita bisa meletakkan jari jemari kita membentuk segitiga seperti ini, dan kemudian meletakkannya di perut bagian bawah, dan kemudian kita bisa menarik nafas. Di saat kita mengeluarkan nafas, kita bungkuk ke depan dan menekan perut bawah kita dengan bantuan jari jemari sehingga nafas kita bisa keluar dengan baik. Dan kita akan lakukan lagi 2 kali lagi. Sekali lagi. Oke, kita akan mulai sesi meditasi yang kita akan mulai dengan melakukan cek postur. Dimulai dari tubuh bagian bawah. Apakah sudah baik, nyaman, bisa duduk dengan lama. Kita cek bagian punggung bagian bawah, punggung bagian atas, dada, perut, dan kemudian kita bisa meletakkan tangan kita yang aktif di bawah tangan kita yang kurang aktif, yang tidak aktif, dan kemudian menyatukan ibu jari seperti ini membentuk sebuah lingkaran dan meletakkannya di kaki. Menyejajarkan hidung dengan pusar, kita sejajarkan. Kemudian telinga dengan bahu. Kemudian kita akan membawa kepala kita untuk tegak, dan kemudian sedikit dagunya ditarik ke belakang, dan kita bisa membuat wajah senyum. Dan ketika kita sudah siap, kita bisa mulai menurunkan pandangan mata kita kira-kira 1 meter di depan. Dan kemudian kita bisa menutup mata. Kita akan melanjutkan dengan body scan. Kita mulai dengan merilekskan otak kita dengan cara tidak memikirkan apapun. Otak rileks, mata rileks, hidung rileks, mulut rileks, telinga rileks, otot-otot wajah rileks, leher rileks, bahu rileks, lengan sebelah atas rileks, lengan sebelah bawah rileks, telapak tangan rileks, jari jemari rileks, dada rileks, perut rileks, punggung atas rileks, punggung tengah rileks, punggung bagian bawah rileks, pinggang rileks, pantat rileks, paha rileks, betis rileks, telapak kaki rileks, jari jemari kaki rileks, tubuh rileks, pikiran rileks, tubuh dan pikiran rileks. Kita akan ulangi sekali lagi. Dimulai dari otak yang tidak perlu memikirkan apapun. Otak rileks, mata rileks, hidung rileks, mulut rileks, telinga rileks, wajah rileks, leher rileks, bahu rileks, lengan bagian atas rileks, lengan bagian bawah rileks, telapak tangan rileks, jari jemari rileks, dada rileks, perut rileks, punggung bagian atas rileks, punggung bagian tengah rileks, punggung bagian bawah rileks, pinggang rileks, pantat rileks, paha rileks, betis rileks, telapak kaki rileks, jari jemari kaki rileks, tubuh rileks, pikiran rileks, tubuh dan pikiran rileks. Jika Anda sudah rileks dan kemudian Anda dapat merasakan sensasi nafas, kita bawa perhatian kita ke sensasi nafas itu yang mungkin ada di bagian perut, kembang dan kempis, seiring dengan masuknya nafas dan keluarnya nafas. Menyadari nafas alami yang sedang berlangsung. jasmani kita bergerak, perlahan-lahan kita bisa menggerakkan jari jemari, kemudian menggerakkan perlahan-lahan kepala ke kiri, kanan, kiri, kanan, kemudian menggerakkan bahu kita, dan kita akan mulai menggerakkan tubuh kita berputar perlahan-lahan dari putaran yang kecil bergerak mulai berputar membesar. Kita akan lakukan juga ke arah sebaliknya. Perlahan membesar. Dan kita kembali ke tengah. Kedua tangan kita sentuhkan membentuk posisi anjali. Dan perlahan-lahan ketika kita sudah siap, kita membuka mata kita perlahan-lahan dan membawa perhatian kita ke ujung jari jemari kita. Perlahan-lahan kita perluas kesadaran kita menyebar ke seluruh tubuh. Kemudian kita bawa lebih luas lagi di ruang antara sekitar kita. Dan kita akan mengakhiri meditasi ini dengan membungkuk sekali. Baik kawan-kawan, kita akan melanjutkan untuk melakukan massage. Pertama-tama kita gosokkan kedua tangan kita ke telapak tangan kita. Dan kemudian kita akan tempelkan ke kedua kelopak mata kita. Kemudian kita akan menggosok punggung dari ibu jari kita. Dan kemudian tempelkannya di area sekitar mata dan memijat-mijatnya. Kita akan gosok-gosokkan tangan lagi. Kita tempelkan ke seluruh wajah. Kita akan memijat perlahan-lahan wajah kita. Gosok-gosokkan lagi. Tempelkan di bagian telinga. Dan kemudian kita pijat bagian telinga kita. Kita gosok-gosokkan lagi tangan kita. Kali ini kita akan letakkan tangan kita di dahi dan di belakang kepala, dan kemudian kita gerakkan berputar seperti ini. Mungkin sekali lagi. Dan kita akan mijit area kepala kita. Dan bagian leher, tulang belakang, kita pijit-pijit. Bagian pundak, kita gosok-gosok. Kita pijit-pijit lengan bagian atas. Kita gosok-gosok siku kita. Kita massage bagian yang bawah kita. Gosok bagian pergelangan kita. Kita pijit-pijit bagian telapak tangan, dan kita bisa menekan di bagian point yang terletak di daerah sini. Tapi ini tidak disarankan untuk orang yang sedang hamil ya. Kita tekan. Sebaliknya. Kemudian kita silangkan kedua tangan kita menyentuh bahu, dada kita, dan kita mulai akan gosok-gosok, pijit. Arah sebaliknya. Kemudian kita letakkan kedua telapak tangan kita di bawah ketiak kita ya, dan kemudian kita gerakkan ke bawah satu arah. Dan kita letakkan perut kita putar searah jarum jam. Kemudian kita pijit-pijit di bagian paha kita. Sebelah satunya. Dan kita gosok-gosok lutut kita. Kemudian kita letakkan tangan kanan di atas lutut kita, ya, di mana jari tengah kita lurus dengan tulang kering dan jari manis kita berada di titik poin, ya, poin. Dan kemudian dari sini kita bisa mulai memijat turun ke bawah. Kita lakukan sebaliknya satunya. Kemudian kedua kaki kita luruskan dan kemudian telapak kaki kita putar kiri kanan. Kita buka, kita putar ke bagian dalam. Sebaliknya keluar. Ya, kita selesai untuk latihan meditasi hari ini. Oke, kita anjali dan bungkuk sekali lagi. Dan saya kembalikan waktunya ke Sis Dewi. Silahkan Sis Dewi.
Terima kasih Ko Yohan untuk peragain reform dan meditasinya. Teman-teman, semua sekarang saatnya kita memasuki sesi Dharma teaching yang akan diberikan oleh Shifu dari Dharma Mountain Retreat Center USA. Yang topik pembahasan hari ini adalah pembahasan tentang platform Sutra. Saya persilahkan teman-teman semua untuk silahkan membuka videonya. Kita akan mengundang Shifu bersama-sama. Mari kita bersikap anjali. Let's join our palm together and bow to Shifu. Amitofo Shifu.
Good day, everyone. Today's date is November 20th, 2025. We continue on talking on the Platform Sutra in the chapter of Samadhi and Wisdom. Last time at the end, we talked about this paragraph. Even during examinations, if someone says, "I'll take your test for you," can that be trusted? Of course not. Any matter that violates cause and effect, no matter how good it seems, do not fall for it. Otherwise, you will lose both the bait and the fish. What a total loss. So, that was quite a long time ago when someone donated $1 million to our organizations on condition that Sigong visit them. So Shigong told them that he would visit not because of the money, but because they were ill. A monk's compassion toward the sick is natural. Visiting them is an act of kindness, not a transaction for money. Shigong also said our Dharma Mountain project needs a lot of funds, over $1 billion. If I must visit everyone who donates $1 million, I will never rest. I will get phone calls day and night saying, Master, someone who donated $1 million wants to see you. Then I will be finished before the monastery is even built. Therefore, Shigong does not visit people for money. If someone donates, it is their merit. Do not attach condition requiring him to go see them. That Shigong will not do. Otherwise, Dharma drum would collapse before it even rises. So that's one thing. Shigong often looks at cause and effect in reverse. Many people say to him, you have such great blessings. You have so many disciples, and you often receive red envelopes, referring to donation in the red envelopes. But he thinks the other way around. He said, I have no blessings. I'm pitiable. My karmic debts are heavy. I owe others too much. So I must work like an ox or a horse to repay them. When people bring him money, it is not for him. It is because he is their servant, managing things on their behalf. He did not receive any reward from it. He takes the money and uses it to do good deeds for them. Once they earn money, they expect him to do good works for them. In other words, they hire Shigong to help them generate merit. He is like an employee at a bank. He does the work, but he earns no money. None of that money belongs to him. He merely provides a service for others. So if he's blessed, or is this the result of karmic retribution? Think about it. This reasoning is not easy to understand, but we should often reflect on this way. When you receive other support or protection, do not think, I must be blessed. Instead, think the opposite. The more you receive from others, the heavier your karmic obligation becomes. And the more effort you must make to repay it. This is the relative cost of effort. You must fulfill the course you have received. Otherwise, you will misunderstand cause and effect. The more support you receive, the greater your responsibility. When people donate money, they do so to perform wholesome deeds. And Shigong often says, for every dollar people donate, I must use it as if it were 10. Otherwise, it would go against cause and effect. If you think, this is my blessing, it comes from the divinity I built in past lives. So now everyone gives me money, it's mine, and I can spend it however I wish. That is a wrong understanding of cause and effect. You must not think that way. When we should not say that when things go well, it's just our good karma or blessing. To think that way is dangerous. Is an incorrect view of cause and effect. Likewise, when we are poor or struggling, we should recognize that this too is a result, not a cause. Whatever we receive is the fruit, and since it is fruit, we should calmly and willingly accept it. Take it as sweet honey, even when it is bitter. To accept adversity with equanimity does not mean passively resigning. Ah, it's just my bad luck. Not at all. To improve things, we must add new causes. When we are receiving the result, we should add more cause. For example, if someone gives you iron and we put in effort, the iron can be hammered and refined into steel. And if we work even harder into stainless steel, thus results must be combined with cause. Only then can we truly have a view grounded in cause and effect. This is right view, right understanding. Shigong once said in the Lunar New Year's Eve, that night, a lay Buddhist attended the ceremony. Afterward, he came to Shigong with a red envelope. He hesitating to give it. He said, Master, you just said that accepting money increase your karmic burden. Should I give this to you or not? If I give it, I will add to your burden. If I don't, I have already prepared it. So guess what Shigong told him? He said, deposits should be made in a reliable bank, right? And then the man said, oh, I understand now. I will still give it to you. The samadhi that corresponds with right view is right samadhi. And the wisdom that corresponds with right view is right wisdom. If someone understanding contradicts the principles of cause and effect, and one still claims to have wisdom, that must be deviant wisdom, not right wisdom. Deviant samadhi, not right samadhi. In the Platform Sutra, samadhi and wisdom are one and the same. Whoever has wisdom must also have samadhi. Whoever has samadhi must also have wisdom. They are not two separate entities. They are two aspects of the same essence, coexisting simultaneously. Even in daily life, we can observe this. A person who remains calm and steady is said to have deep samadhi power. A calm mind indicates samadhi. Such a person handles affairs and relationship with objectivity. This is wisdom. In everyday life, when we see someone who is cool-headed, we can say that person has deeper concentration. Calm people can manage tasks and human relations more objectively. That is wisdom. Therefore, in daily life, we should reflect. Do I have some level of composure? Do I have some degree of wisdom? By cultivating this self-reflection, our afflictions will diminish. People around us, living and working with us, will also become more peaceful and wise. Otherwise, the slightest external disturbance will agitate our mind. We will have neither wisdom nor samadhi. So, after hearing about samadhi and wisdom, and when you go home, don't scold people. When you see your child, don't spank them. When they make noise, talk to them gently. Don't let irritation arise whenever you see something unpleasant. When you feel upset, say to yourself, I will not be swayed. I must maintain samadhi. I must keep a calm, objective mind. I want to cultivate wisdom. Even if you haven't realized your Buddha nature or attained enlightenment yet, you can imitate and practice in this way. Otherwise, you come here to study the Platform Sutra, hear the teaching that samadhi and wisdom are one, and still don't understand what that means. What is samadhi? It means not being influenced. What is wisdom? It means being objective. Then someone says to you, you are talking nonsense. You don't understand anything. And instantly your samadhi is gone. Your wisdom is gone. So when saying, speaking of good but holding evil, is empty samadhi and wisdom are unequal. This is to say, mind and speech not in accord, no right wisdom. This refers to people who can enter samadhi, sits for several hours, or even a whole day or two, and cannot still their minds, but cannot distinguish good from evil, cause from effect. Lacking understanding of cause and effect means lacking moral discernment. This is not true non-discrimination. It is ignorance of what is wholesome and unwholesome, even confusing the two. This is not good. If one has meditative ability, but no understanding or knowledge of cause and effect, such samadhi is not genuine. There are also those who can lecture on sutras, read scriptures, or write books, writing and speaking the Dharma, just like Shifu. But their mind harbors selfish intention. They preach the Dharma for personal gain. As people say, one thing on the lips, another in the heart, and another in the actions behind the back. Are there such people? Yes, there are. Both you and I can find them everywhere. When mind and speech do not correspond, that person has no right wisdom. From their words or writing, they may sound like a wise person. Their language may be full of wisdom, but their mind and behavior are ambiguous or ugly. Such people do not truly possess right wisdom. Their practice does not correspond with the unity of samadhi and wisdom taught in the Platform Sutra. So the saying of when mind and speech are both wholesome, inner and outer in harmony, samadhi and wisdom are equal. This explains the previous point that samadhi and wisdom being unequal means that what one thinks in the mind, what one says with the mouth, and what one does with the body are not in accord. They are inconsistent. When the inner and outer are one, but discrepancy, when what the mind thinks is what the mouth says, and what the mouth says is what the body does, then samadhi and wisdom are equal. Here, the equality of samadhi and wisdom refers to behavior that corresponds with right samadhi and right wisdom. Such behavior includes mental activity, speech, and bodily conduct that are consistent with samadhi and wisdom. People of this kind are rare, yet anyone who truly practices the Buddha's teaching, especially those who have attained wisdom or enlightenment, who have seen the Buddha nature, must be like this. Otherwise, if one claims enlightenment while lacking this consistency, such enlightenment is like watered down wine, diluted and not genuine. Then we come to the translation of self-enlightenment and practice are not in contention. If one contends about before or after, one is the same as a deluded person. So true practice is without contention. A non-contention is the foundation of practice. Now, these above 4 lines mean that whether one is enlightened, has samadhi and wisdom, or is cultivating them, even if not yet enlightened, but striving in that direction, such a person must rely on non-contention as the basic condition for self-cultivation and realization. Therefore, the meaning of contention can occur in 2 ways, through speech or through mind. Verbal contention means arguing with the mouth. Mental contention means the thoughts and mind are disputing internally. So what are people contending about? They argue over before and after, high and low, noble and base. Whenever one says, I am inferior, you are superior, or I am superior, you are inferior, that is contention. If someone stands in front of you, you think, he is blocking my light, taking the spotlight. If someone stands behind you, you think, he is taking advantage of me. I'm opening the path for him. Whichever position you take, you can always find a response to content, can you? If you want to argue, then no matter whether you stand in the front or in the back, there's always something to fight about. Isn't that so? So there's an example from our teacher. So on the 4th day of the Lunar New Year, Qigong went to Taipei to participate in the senior monks group ceremony. Strictly speaking, he is also a senior monk by that time. And he said he was around 63 years old and have been ordained for over 30 years. But Shigong still walked behind others, sat below, stood in the back. When others pushed him forward, he said, I dare not stand ahead. Standing in front is dangerous. Then someone said to him, you are so sly. But according to Buddhist etiquette, those who are last should go first. In ancient Chinese, the deepest hall of a house, the backmost part, was called Tang Ao, meaning the most honorable space. Well, no matter what, if Shigong stand in the front, people will scold him, look at Shengyan, showing off again. If Shigong moves to the back, they will still notice, he's trying to act humble. Either way, he can't win. Having a physical body is troublesome. That's why Lao Tzu said, my great trouble is that I have a body. Wherever you stand, people will talk. But what's important is that your mind remain calm without contention. As we said earlier, whether you stand in front or in back, people will have opinions. That is inevitable. So just choose the position that feels most proper and at ease to you. When insist on standing ahead or behind, there's no need. Follow the rules. If that's your place, stand there. If others don't follow the rule and they let you stand wherever, then just accept it. That is non-contention. As for why Shigong stood at the back during the ceremony, there's a reason. Everyone wants to stand in front, and they are all large in build, wearing yellow robes. Among the elders, they joked that in a beauty contest, I'll be first place, the slimmest. But for someone like Shigong, standing in the front doesn't look so good. And since everyone wants to move forward, isn't it better for Shigong to step back? Why must Shigong squeeze to the front? Every year during these ceremonies, Shigong have the same experience. Standing in the back feels very safe. After all, Shigong is well known. Wherever he stands, everyone sees him anyway. So contention means delusion. If one argues with the mouth or contends in the mind, one is a deluded person. Some people say with discouragement, I am still deluded. I haven't attained enlightenment. You tell me not to contend, but I can't do it. I can keep quiet outwardly, but my mind is still arguing. I feel suffocated inside. If I speak out, at least I feel some relief. But then I'm already contending. Why make it so hard? Since you are studying Platform Sutra, you should tell yourself, I am now learning the Buddha's teaching. When thoughts of contention arise, I will immediately recognize I am a deluded person because I'm contending. Knowing this, I feel a sense of shame, and I will find a way not to contend. So that will follow up arousing a sense of shame and remorse. When the mind of shame and remorse arises, the thought of contention naturally extinguishes itself. The mind of shame and remorse is like nectar, water, cool and refreshing. Once this mind arises, our arrogance, resentment, and afflictive thoughts will naturally diminish. Therefore, the water of shame can extinguish the fire of afflictions. We use the water of shame to put out the fire of contention. If thoughts of contention arise, don't say, well, I'm still a deluded person. I can't help but be afflicted. I can't help but argue. Such thinking makes no sense. You already know it is affliction, yet you still insist on afflicting yourself. Isn't that foolishness on top of foolishness? When thoughts of contention arise, you should immediately give rise to a sense of shame and remorse, thinking, I now recognize what a deluded person is. I should feel ashamed. Well, we are all still deluded things, but if we don't learn to handle our problems in this way, then listening to the Platform Sutra has nothing to do with us. If listening to the Platform Sutra only concerns the enlightened, while we deluded ones claim we can't do it, then why even listen? Because after listening, it must be used, as must be of use. So, practitioners should not have a mind of winning or losing. The way to be at ease and content. The mind of victory and defeat increases attachment to self. So the Platform Sutra says, if one does not cease thoughts of winning and losing, one only increases attachment to self and Dharma and cannot be free from the four marks. Now, these three lines are extremely useful, yet not easy to understand. The meaning is that we must lessen or eliminate our self-centered attachment. Being satisfied and content itself is the work of the ego. Winning and losing are just different forms of comparison. Right and wrong, more and less, high and low. When things go our way, we call it victory. When they don't, we call it defeat. Feeling victorious is what people call being satisfied and content. And everything goes smoothly. But how often in worldly life can everything truly go our way? So in the Lunar New Year, we say, may everything go well as you wish in the new year. So this does not mean that whatever I want will happen, or that all my wishes will be fulfilled. Most people think contentment means I want this result. It must happen. I want my opinion to prevail. It must be realized. Such contentment is just the functioning of the ego. Content with whose heart? Well, with my heart. In accord with whose intention? With my intention. So being content means satisfying my desire. Being in accord means fulfilling my will. In a family, if two people, husband and wife, siblings, parent and child, or mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, both exist, I must be content and things must go my way. What happens? They inevitably clash head on. In the end, neither will be content nor satisfied. When both sides want to win, both end up losing. Why? Because of one word, the word I. It is the ego that measures victory and defeat. When things conform to the self, it is called victory. When they do not, it's called defeat. Using oneself as the standard for judgment is bound to create problems, adding afflictions for oneself and trouble for others. So there's an example. Dissolving the self of the sense of self. Before the new year, we held a Chan retreat. During that retreat, one woman practiced very diligently, but her husband suffered greatly at home. He went to confront the friend who had introduced his wife to the monastery. He angrily said, "You ruined my family. by taking my wife to that place. The new year is coming. There are children and elders at home, and no one takes care of them. What kind of nonsense is this? Joining a Chan 7 retreat right before the New Year's. So he demanded that the friend bring him to see Sigong. You brought my wife there. Now you take me there too. I want to meet these Master Sun Yan. How dare he abduct my wife during New Year? I'm going to settle with him. He was hysterical, truly in great pain. The friend told him, hey, you should actually be happy. The Chan retreat at the monastery isn't something just someone can join. Your wife has accepted by Master Sun Yan for the retreat. It's like iron being forged into steel or even gold. It's a rare and precious opportunity. Congratulations. If you want, when the retreat is over, come with me to thank Master Sun Yan. That would be the right thing to do. The husband asked, really? Is it that good? The friend's wife said, I guarantee you, when your wife comes back, he'll be a new person, an even better wife. Hearing this, he was half convinced and decided not to confront Sigong. After the retreat ended the day before the New Year, the couple really came together with that friend. As soon as they arrived, both husband and wife knelt before Sigong. So Sigong asked, why are you thanking me? The wife said to her husband, you tell him. The husband said, Master, I must thank you. I never realized how wonderful my wife truly is. After she returned from the retreat, I feel she's an entirely different person. I never appreciated her before, but now I feel so grateful. Is the Chan retreat really that powerful? Sigong asked, why do you say that? He said, before, my wife always argued with me, whatever I said. She would insist I was wrong and she was right. But after she came back, she never argues anymore. She no longer treats me as her opponent. Now I feel so comfortable. Our home so warm and peaceful. This example shows that during the retreat, with the sitting, reflection, and sometimes even the scolding and beating as part of the Chan retreat discipline, her ego gradually dissolved. Her self-centeredness became less and less. She learned to care for and respect others, rather than constantly pushing herself forward. Naturally, her family feel the warmth and harmony that resulted. This is the fruit of true practice. When we dissolve our sense of self and reduce self-centeredness, we naturally gain the capacity to embrace and include all others. So the talk ends here, but I just give some point of summary. First of all, is caring for donor is not for money. The second one is reversing the perspective on cause and effect. The third one is right view means joining cause to result. And samadhi and wisdom are one. Speaking of good but holding evil is empty samadhi, and wisdom are unequal. Mind and speech are not in accord. No right wisdom. Another one is when mind and speech are both wholesome, inner and outer in harmony. Samadhi and wisdom are equal. Then we have self-enlightenment and practice are not in contention. If one contends about before or after, one is the same as a deluded person. So true practice is without contention. Non-contention is a foundation of practice. And also we talk about the meaning of contention. The example of where to stand and when taking photos or other situation. Contention means delusion. Then arousing a sense of shame and remorse. Practitioners should not have a mind of winning or losing. So some to the way to be at ease and content. And the mind of victory and defeat increases attachment of self. Being satisfied and content itself is the work of the ego. And then the last one is the example of dissolving the sense of the sense of self after the 7-day retreat. Okay, so we'll end the talk here for today.
Thank you so much, Koyan Sifu. The speech is really, really good and really inspiring. And thank you also for the summary. Now the time is we have 7 minutes left. Should we still proceed for the breakout room, Sifu?
No.
Should no more breakout room.
Yeah.
Okay. So we proceed for Q&A. We got 6 minutes left. Does anybody have a question to raise regards to today discussion or any other questions about their personal practice? If do, please you may on your video and unmute yourself and ask the question directly, or you can type it in the chat if you will, if you like. So while waiting, I'll just want to clarify some things with Koyan Sifu. Sifu just now mentioned, since a few weeks ago also mentioned that whenever there's samadhi, there's always wisdom. And just now, Sofu also mentioned that there's also such thing like unequal samadhi and with wisdom. So the statement is not really like whoever has samadhi, they definitely have wisdom. So it's not that case. Right, Sofu?
This is a practice of making the samadhi and wisdom become one. But if one cannot do it, and the case of the person who is in deep meditation state, they can sit for a long time, but their understanding is not correct. So we can see that only small things, when they come out of this, very deep concentrated state, they easily exploded, and vexations arise right there. It just, in that case, that means their deep concentration, but the lack of the teaching of the wisdom. So they don't feel, or they don't have enough wisdom and compassion.
So I can say that we are lack of right view. 正念 师父, is it?
正见
they have正见. So they don't have the right Buddhism view or right
Right.
understanding of the right view.
Right.
So that's why the samadhi doesn't really have the wisdom. Is it Sifu?
Yeah. So the teaching, according to the teaching from the Platform Sutra, is that these two are together, wisdom and samadhi. They are together. They are not separate. So this is we could take this point as a reflection. When our minds are calm and we are not clear, the mind is not clear enough, then we have to use, or the reflection is that, am I having wisdom and compassion? If not, then I have to reflect to myself and, be feeling 惭愧, being 惭愧, inappropriate, feeling inadequate, and feeling sorry. That is the practice. When we have this reflection and we correct ourselves, then it becomes a practice. Although our wisdom may not be reaching that wisdom and compassion, not reaching so high or not deep enough, then we should reflect on the teaching and feel inappropriate, feeling sorry, and want to correct, make correction, so that now ego is not expand or enlarged.
Thank you so much, Sifu.
You're welcome.
So, does anybody have question to raise or Sifu? If there's no more question, the time is up. So before we proceed for transfer merit,
Yes, please.
si Shelton boleh dibantu transfer meritnya. Thank you.
Please join our palms. We praise for the flourishing of Buddha Dharma, for peace in the world, for the joy and contentment of all people, for the freedom and ease of body and mind. May sentient being depart from suffering. May the vows of the donors be fulfilled. 唯想佛法兴隆，世界和平，人民安乐，身心自在，众生离苦，世主愿遂。Bow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Debbie, and our volunteers.
So we have some picture to show you we just finished our camp with Yanjian Fasu.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Xiaozhen. Xiaozhen Zhi prepare this for us. Thank you,
Wonderful.
sis.
Yeah.
Adalah. This is the Dharma talk
Okay.
after.
Nice.
the dinner with the volunteers.
Uh-huh.
Kunyadi. We went for a little excursion. This
Wonderful.
is the replica of one of the biggest Myanmar or Cambodian golden temple. So this is the replica exactly the same as the one in I didn't know. I'm not sure whether it's Myanmar or Cambodia.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, this seems like it's in Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Yeah. I when I see the pictures, because my iPhone it's small, so the picture becomes small, so I don't see that clearly. But anyway, good to see. Thank you.
Most welcome for Yusufu. Thank you so much for your support.
Nice.
We really have enjoyed our time with Yanjian Fasu.
That's good.
He's very, very calm and humorous.
Nice.
So he come and plan for us our next year schedule already. So we plan like we have another short 3-day retreat on May, and we will go to Malaysia for 7-day retreat in October. So hopefully everything goes well, Sufu.
Yeah, sure.
And our volunteer group is getting more solid and more hopefully more committed, Sufu.
Okay, good. So 7-day retreat in Malaysia will be conducted by who?
Normally they invite Taiwan Sangha. About last time I joined is about 7 or 8 Sangha come in one
I see.
in yeah.
Good.
So because we don't have much volunteer in Medan to help such a long retreat, so I think it's a good idea that we join the Malaysian 7-day retreat.
Yeah, it's good.
Just a little bit language boundaries, Sufu. Maybe it will be conducted it always been conducted in Mandarin. So but we will have chance to watch the internal Master Sun Yin video, which is very only show during retreat. So probably they have the English subtitle, and we can. I think it will help. It will help a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your support, Koyen Sufu.
Welcome.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
So let's on our video, and let's join our pan together. Let Omitofo, please bow. Thank you, Sufu.
Thank you. Thank you,
Please
everyone.
take.
Thank you, Shifu. Take care.
Thank you, Shifu.
Thank you, Shifu.
Thank you.
Please take care, Sufu.
Yeah, take care. And good night.
Good night. Have a good day. Thank you, Ko Yohan, sudah bantu
Ya,
peragain.
kurang lebihnya lah ya.
Semangat, aku lagi nggak ada suara.
Kayaknya Shifu
enggak.
juga ada suara ya?
Iya,
Lagi
ya.
belum sehat kayaknya.
Iya, agak kurang sehat. Sama Yuhan yang nggak sehat. Gitu.
Oh, banyak musim.
Nggak, kalau nggak sehat bukan ininya.
Yang penting aku